Hey everybody, I'm quickly going over this review on BlockFi.com, which is a way to invest in crypto. But today I'm going to be going over how we've been using it in our Simple Passive Cash Flow tribe as a way to using stablecoin to make up to 8.6% on our liquidity. And most of us are into investing in hard assets such as real estate at cash flow, and we are waiting for irregular deals to come around in an irregular frequency. So we want to have our money making money in something like this BlockFi stablecoin as we wait for deals to come up. We're not just making 0.1% in the big bank checking account or something like that. Of course, some other options that some folks in our group use are infinite banking, the whole life overfunded insurance, which is, if you want to learn more about that, go to simplepassivecashflow.com/banking. It is definitely a tactic of the wealthy. And Dave Ramsey, all those guys, they don't like it, but they're using it very differently. We're putting money into that type of policy and then taking it right back out to invest in something like this or a higher yielding real estate deal that cash flows. So let's get into this. What is stablecoin? I'm not going to give the best answer. You can Google this on your own, but it basically the back end lending to other people who are looking to invest in these different cryptocurrencies. And by putting your money into one of these stable coins, you're backing their asset. Essentially, it's just you're putting money into a bank, but with real currencies or traditional currencies, you're making like jack when you're doing that, like 0.01 or 0.1% in the bank. Here, because there's a higher demand for this type of stuff, you're getting a 8.6%. And maybe that kind of speaks to the amount of risk too, right? I'm not a big fan of cryptocurrency investing for much larger than 10% of your portfolio if you're under $1 million net worth. If you're higher, yeah, go ham on it, man. You got money to lose. You can take that bigger risk. And I'm guessing you'll probably be rewarded by taking on that risk. I think cryptocurrency is here to stay. But I've always been one to advocate for more of that traditional wealth building of buying hard assets, getting cash flow. Hopefully that cash flow exceeds your living expenses, and then take more of these asymmetric risks type of opportunities like cryptocurrency. So you can try out go to the website here, you can try it out on your own. Do me a favor, use our link, and I think you get some money and we get some money too to help out the website. It is an affiliate link. That's how you get started. Again, I use this for my opportunity fund for investing. If you want to learn more about this theory or this strategy, go to simplepassivecashflow.com/ofund. I also use AHP. So if you want to learn more about that, go to simplepassivecashflow.com/AHP. And I get 10%, 12%. I'm actually in the older fund, so I get 12% in that one. They've sponsored the podcast for quite some time. I'm also using BlueVine, which is a high yield checking account, but high yield is like 1% in terms of checking account. But yeah, the setup was pretty easy. You have to create you got to set up your bank accounts to ACH money over. This will probably change in the future, but right now it looks like you can do a free ACH transfer, but it's pretty annoying that you can only do a maximum deposit of $500 per day, and it takes 3 to 5 business days to get onto the BlockFi platform, which feels like forever. And $500 isn't that much money. Maybe I'm just complaining here. First world problems. $500 isn't really worth my time. But you can also send a wire from your institution. There are fees for that, and there's no minimums. But I would suggest if you're going to do that, wires are pretty secure for the most part. Just make sure you do a little test first and make sure you have the banking relationship, whether you do an ACH or wire first before you send a larger amount. And what a lot of folks are doing is they're setting up an account on Gemini or Coinbase, and those platforms have a little bit more lenient standards in terms of wiring in or ACH transfers into those accounts. So what some people have been doing pretty cleverly is they backdoor, they load money into there, and then they slide it over from Coinbase or Gemini into their BlockFi account to get over these annoying ACH per day limitations of $500 and to avoid a wire. But if you're investing some serious cash, like 5, 10 grand, I would just throw it right back into a wire and save yourself the time. You make it if you have some serious money in there over 10 grand, like really, what's a $25 wire cost, guys? If it's a lot of money to you, yeah, you probably shouldn't be investing in this stuff. I was using Aslo, which is a free checking account, but it looks like Aslo is closing their doors. I think it's a BVAA company. But yeah, there's a lot of different online banks out there, some with little to no wire fee transactions. So be on the lookout for those. And we'll continue to keep you abreast of things that we use within our organization. But yeah, I'm conscious of the fees, right? Right. I'm always like the coming cheapo. If you want to learn about all the cheap things I used to go to simplepassivecashflow.com/cheapo. But I like this thing so far. I don't really keep too much money in here. Some fun money that I want to keep as liquidity outside of my checking account. Of course, you want to have your checking account in enough money to pay the bills, pay the credit card bills to avoid paying those overdraft fees. But anything more, you guys should be having liquidity anxiety, which, if you have more than 5, 10, $20,000 in the bank account, not doing anything, not making any yield, you got to get it out of there. You got to get it working. If you certainly have them over $50,000, you got to get it more into a medium to long term asset that is making you higher returns. But again, this BlockFi.com, I like it for a portion of my liquidity or this opportunity funds. If you guys have any questions, drop it in the chat below. And if there's something else you're using, let me know. And yeah, if you're new to our platform, go to SimplePassiveCashflow.com. Check out all our new best articles at SimplePassiveCashflow.com/top, TOP. And check out the podcasts.